Stoic warriors are known for their incredible mental toughness and resilience, making them nearly unbeatable on the battlefield. But what was it about their philosophy of life that made them so strong? In this video, we'll explore the practices and beliefs that turned ordinary men into unstoppable forces to be reckoned with. Join us as we uncover the secrets of Stoic warriors and discover how you can apply their timeless wisdom to your own life. Welcome back to our channel, where we bring you the most epic stories and lessons from history. Today, we'll delve into the fascinating world of Stoicism and learn from some of the most legendary warriors who ever lived. But before we begin, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more epic content. Let's meet the Stoics. The Stoics were a group of ancient Greek and Roman philosophers who believed that by following a life of reason and virtue, one could achieve happiness and fulfillment. They taught that the key to a good life was to live in harmony with nature and to accept whatever fate had in store for them with serenity and courage. Epicurus, one of the founders of Stoicism, believed that the goal of life was to live wisely, which meant living in accordance with nature. He taught that everything in the universe follows a rational order, and that humans should strive to understand and align themselves with this order. Seneca, another prominent Stoic philosopher, emphasized the importance of accepting what is beyond our control. He believed that we should focus our energy on what we can control, such as our thoughts, actions, and reactions. Marcus Aurelius, the last emperor of Rome, was also a Stoic, and he applied these principles to his life, writing down his thoughts and reflections in a personal journal known as Meditations. But how did these teachings turn ordinary men into unstoppable warriors? The answer lies in the Stoic concept of virtue. For the Stoics, virtue was not just a moral value, but a path to wisdom and self-mastery. They believed that by cultivating virtues such as courage, justice, moderation, and wisdom, one could achieve inner strength and resilience. Courage was highly valued among the Stoics, and they encouraged their followers to confront fear and danger with bravery. They believed that fear was a natural human emotion, but it should not paralyze or control us. Instead, we should learn to channel our fear into a source of strength and resilience. Epictetus, a former slave who became a renowned Stoic philosopher, taught that it's not things that upset us, but our judgments about those things. He believed that we have the power to choose how we react to external events, and that we should strive to remain calm and composed in the face of adversity. Seneca too wrote about the importance of confronting fear and not letting it hold us back. He said, "He who is afraid of something cannot be persuaded to do anything." To cultivate courage, the Stoics practiced various exercises, including exposure to dangerous situations, meditation on death, and the study of heroic role models. Marcus Aurelius, for example, often visited places of war and death to remind himself of the fragility of life and the importance of bravery. Another key virtue for the Stoics was justice, which involved treating others fairly and honestly. They believed that living a life of integrity and righteousness was essential for achieving inner peace and happiness. Zeno of Citium, the founder of Stoicism, taught that justice was not just about following laws and rules, but about doing what is right, even if it goes against the laws of society. Cicero, a Roman statesman and philosopher, was a great admirer of the Stoics, and he incorporated their ideas into his own work on ethics and politics. He defined justice as giving each person what is due to them and treating everyone equally under the law. The Stoics also valued moderation and self-control, believing that by practicing self-discipline, one could achieve inner peace and freedom from the passions. Epicurus taught that the key to happiness was living a simple life, free from the distractions and desires of wealth, fame, and power. He believed that by focusing on what was truly important, such as friendship and the pursuit of wisdom, one could find contentment and satisfaction. Seneca, too, wrote extensively on the importance of self-control and the dangers of unchecked desire. He said, "Poverty is not being poor, but wanting more than you need." To practice moderation, the Stoics engaged in various forms of self-discipline, such as fasting, meditation, and the study of negative emotions. Marcus Aurelius, for example, practiced a form of cognitive behavioral therapy known as negative visualization, in which he imagined the worst possible outcomes in order to prepare himself for any eventuality. Finally, the Stoics believed that by cultivating wisdom, one could achieve insight into the nature of reality and the meaning of life. They saw wisdom as the ultimate virtue and the source of all other virtues. Zeno of Citium taught that wisdom was not just theoretical knowledge, but a practical skill that could be developed through experience and reflection. He believed that by studying the works of great thinkers and by reflecting on their own experiences, people could gain wisdom and insight into the nature of reality. Seneca also emphasized the importance of wisdom and self-knowledge. He said, "Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom." The Stoics cultivated wisdom through various means, such as the study of philosophy, the contemplation of nature, and the practice of meditation. Marcus Aurelius, for example, kept a journal in which he recorded his thoughts and reflections on the nature of reality and the meaning of life. By practicing these four virtues, the Stoics believed that they could achieve inner strength and resilience, turning ordinary men into heroes. The application of Stoicism in daily life. Now that we've explored the Stoic practices and beliefs that turned ordinary men into unstoppable warriors, let's see how we can apply them to our own lives. One way to cultivate courage in our lives is to confront our fears head-on. This doesn't mean that we should seek out danger, but rather that we should be willing to face our fears when they arise and not let them control us. We can also practice self-discipline to achieve inner peace and freedom from our passions. This can involve setting boundaries, resisting temptations, and developing habits that support our goals and values. Another way to apply Stoic principles is to cultivate a sense of perspective. This means being able to see the bigger picture and not getting caught up in the details or the immediate situation. It also involves accepting what is beyond our control and focusing on what we can influence. This can help us to remain calm and focused, even in difficult situations. Practicing mindfulness can help us to cultivate a sense of presence and awareness. This involves paying attention to the present moment without judgment or distraction. Mindfulness can help us to appreciate the beauty and wonder of life and to find joy in the simple things. It can also help us to cultivate gratitude for the people in our lives and the opportunities that we have been given. So how can we cultivate wisdom in our lives? One way is to learn from the experiences of others. This can involve reading books, listening to podcasts, and engaging in thoughtful conversations with others. We can also practice self-reflection and ask ourselves questions about our beliefs, values, and actions. Another way to cultivate wisdom is to spend time in nature. This can help us to see the bigger picture and to remember that we are part of something greater than ourselves. Nature can also help us to cultivate humility and respect for the natural world. Finally, we can apply the lessons of Stoicism to our relationships. This involves treating others with fairness and respect, no matter their social status or personal circumstances. It also means being willing to forgive others and ourselves when we make mistakes. By applying the timeless wisdom of Stoicism to our lives, we can become more resilient in the face of adversity and better equipped to handle the challenges that come our way. Conclusion: Stoic warriors were nearly unbeatable on the battlefield due to their unique combination of physical prowess, strategic thinking, and unwavering resilience. Their ability to conquer their own minds and resist negative emotions gave them a significant advantage over their opponents. Moreover, their commitment to virtue, self-control, and the pursuit of wisdom enabled them to maintain a clear and focused mind in the heat of battle. By emulating the Stoics' dedication to self-improvement and their unwavering pursuit of excellence, we too can become more resilient and better equipped to face the challenges that come our way. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the world of Stoic warriors. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more epic content.